People are tired of us winning, not just games, but winning in life. It's like, okay, the dude played 2 sports. He did this, he did that. He's on commercials, he's endorsements. Now, can he reinvent himself and he comes back as a coach and a successful one? Okay, that's enough because we've been dealing with him since '88. Now, I got to deal with his kids and they're good too. No, and they handsome and they articulate and they savvy. No, I ain't ready for that. So we're not going to deal with him and his kids.
We're ready. We're prepared. Do not give in to fear. We are fearless. This is not the time to be afraid. This is a time to stand up and fight back and to resist any temptation for them to divide us. We're in this together. The rule of law is on our side. We will not give in, not give up. We will not capitulate. We will not bow. We will not bend. We will survive.
Looks like Shador Sanders. They keep messing with him and Shiloh.
Shiloh got cut, but it was like after he got in a fight during the game. It was a little out of, like he was on the fence. So it's like one of them like don't do nothing. You might make the team, and that of course they cut him after that.
Right,
but he seemed like he's fine. He's like I'm about to go be a model. I want to get into music.
Listen, they did a whole list of former football players' sons who were cut from the NFL. It does seem like the NFL is trying to not have black men that don't need them.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. It's the difference between the NBA and the NFL is so small, but you can feel it in the fact that they don't have the nepotism yet. That's the next step. The next big step for NFL players is going to be when they can get that nepotism in there. Because they real close. They like it wasn't just the Sanders. It was also like Jerry Rice's kid.
It was like 10.
Terrell Owens.
What's his name? Terrell Owens' son. Yeah, you're right.
And so they're on the borderline because I thought basketball made more sense because it's less physical, but I guess, you could do that with football, right? Your daddy know everything. He got the connections. You start them at a young age. If they stay healthy and out of trouble, I mean, what are we like? Let's say 5 years from our first generation of like nepotism NFL players. I think it's kind of a player power thing in a way.
Yeah. Frank Gore Jr. I remember when Ken Griffey Jr., not Ken Griffey Jr., what's his name? No, Ken Norton. Norton Jr.
Yeah.
But his dad was a boxer. So I was like, when Ken Norton, when his son was in the NFL, that was a big deal. But like there are like a dozen of former NFL players. Emmitt Smith's son, EJ. Right. I mean, it's crazy.
And I'm not saying they don't. I'm not saying it's a conspiracy or anything. I just truly think I didn't know football would ever get here. I thought football was going to always be for the streets. Because that's, like you got to have a certain mentality to excel in that physical sport. And I didn't think you could teach it through skill camps and connections and coaching. But it looks like you kind of can. I mean, the big guy they're excited about next is Arch Manning, the nephew. He's not even a direct. He the nephew of the quarterbacks and the grandson of the other quarterback. And people are like #1 pick already. I don't even know if he's really got the. Like this nepotism thing is coming. It's coming.
Right. But they don't like it in the body of the Sanders. So Deion was on some things talking about his the magic of the Sanders name. Let's play that clip, Smith.
People are tired of us winning, not just games, but winning in life. It's like, okay, the dude played 2 sports. He did this, he did that. He's on commercials, he's endorsements. Now, can he reinvent himself and he comes back as a coach and a successful one? Okay, that's enough because we've been dealing with him since '88. Now, I got to deal with his kids and they're good too. No, and they handsome and they articulate and they savvy. No, I ain't ready for that. So we're not going to deal with him and his kids and his teams. No, we're not going to do that.
Yeah, I feel like that they are trying to punish or at least send a message, but it's not going to work. I mean, what if Shador Sanders does not get in the game? And it was clear to me that they set him up with that last game from the clips that I watched because I'm not watching the NFL.
Right.
But this is going to be an interesting season. I think as the Browns lose.
I think it's very interesting because I think he's going to have to get to play because the Browns suck.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
the
As they
quarterbacks
continue
in
to
front of him, like Joe Flacco he's on death's bed. He ain't even supposed to be here. So, you just put him out there so you could be like, we wanted to get a kid something to watch so they can see what a professional does. And then when you 0-6, you go ahead and yank his ass. And then they're going to put the Dylan Gabriel in, who they drafted in the 3rd round. But I don't think he's going to be very talented. I don't think any young quarterback is going to be talented behind that line with them receivers in that organization with that coaching. It's going to be a mess. And then I think by the end of the season, they'll be playing Shador to see if they can get something out of that pick. Even if they gonna trade him or whatever. I am rooting for Shador Sanders. I don't want him to be on the Browns. I also would not like to see him play right now. I think the better he can get away from this organization, the better off for him. I think he has stuff to work on that's gonna be played out. It's gonna be out like in the locker room stuff, not the locker room, the play room, like the room where you look at film, the film room. He's gonna be, that's where his work needs to come, because he got to get fast on his release. He's short, even though he's a bit athletic, he's a little slight. So he's gonna have to get a little bit faster, see plays before they happen a little bit faster, because unfortunately he's not gonna be able to hold the ball as long as he had in college, where he was one of the better athletes in a lot of those games and took a lot of hits, and I don't think he need to be taking that many hits from these grown ass men. But I'm more worried about the Browns just being a inept organization messing up his career, less than a coordinated whatever. And I know, I forget which NFL player said it was like a phone call that he think Eric, God, who was it? Well, he said he thought it was like
Eric Dickerson.
Eric Dickerson. He thought it was a conspiracy, like a phone call from the NFL. I think it's way worse than that. I think even with Kaepernick, I think it's worse than that. It's worse. The NFL don't have no control over these owners, y'all. The owners would like us to just go big bad NFL, Roger Goodell in the NFL. It's worse. Roger Goodell was pushing so hard to get Kaepernick back in the league, and 29 white men and 1 brown man said hell no. Essentially, that's a rogue. That's a rogue organization.
Is it, or is it America?
It's definitely America. Both. Okay. It's both. But the fact that
we're living through it,
the fact that like if you think about it, as much money and power as Roger Goodell has helped the NFL to gain, and they have gained a lot.
Yes, they're the richest league. It's the richest league in the country. Yeah.
And the individual level, those owners have no respect for that man. Because you would think just him being like, guys, it's hot right now. Everyone think we racist. Okay? Because we are. But you know what would help your boy out? I stopped getting asked in interviews and we stopped. Can one of y'all put him on the team? I'll hold the trial. Y'all, it's not even your individual team. We gonna hold the trial. Y'all just put him on the team. I don't give a damn if he on the bench. Just please help us out. And 29 white men and that brown dude from Jacksonville was like, hell no, player, you don't tell us what to do. That's what I think about with Shedeur. I don't think it was the NFL don't want him. I think a lot of them white men are like, I don't like that in a black man. I don't like that type of black man.
He's too uppity.
He gotta be unimpeachably number 1 pick talented before I'll deal with any attitude off a brother like that. That part does feel real to me. I think people been trying to balance it out into some it's either not racist at all and nothing happened. It's all his fault, or it's it's because he's standing for the black man. I think it's just they looked at that type of dude and said, not you. Like if you was Cam Newton, sure, yeah, number 1 pick, whatever. But if you the dude that's the number 7 quarterback off the board, no, you don't get to have no damn attitude about it. You can come in here and be humble and because he didn't have an agent, maybe that message didn't get relayed to him. Because I'm sure an agent's job is to be like, hey, I know what you think. These dudes are really, really tight about this. Come in, act a certain way. Just, yes, sir, no, sir. Let's get this money. But he was, his father was kind of agent. So I could see how it got relayed, lost in translation. Because they not going to tell Deion that. Tell your son, you're going to find out on draft day, right?
Correct. Which he did. He did, both of them. All right. Yeah. Well, I ain't watching not 1 minute of it, so I don't care.
I'll take care of it for you. I got you.
It's not going to get us voting rights.
We're ready. We're prepared. Do not give in to fear. We are fearless. This is not the time to be afraid. This is a time to stand up and fight back and to resist any temptation for them to divide us. We're in this together. The rule of law is on our side. We will not give in, not give up. We will not capitulate. We will not bow. We will not beg.